Great day, y'all. Hope you're doing phenomenal. I understand that you're not having a good day. You're not being good. Because I believe good is the enemy of great. And when you start understanding that, you start speaking more life into yourself, right? So here's what I want to talk to you about today. Stop settling. It was on my heart, so I decided to share it. But you know what kills dreams, like more than anything? Those goals you had, those dreams you have. It's doubt. It's fear. It's a poor mindset. Poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. It's an acronym. It's unbelief. It's a lack of determination, lack of focus, lack of imagination, lack of abundance, lack of awareness. So when you start understanding the root causes, hurt, trauma, pain, avoidance, some people just don't want to look like a failure. You can start unpacking that. You can start dealing with it, right? Because you want to build it up. So sometimes when you want to start building something up, you got to tear it down. You got to strip it down to the bare metal. Like when you have a house, right? And you want to purchase a house and you want to construct this house to be something of value. And that house has been through some things. That house has been through some storms. A lot of people been in and out of that house. It's been built for a long time. See, the foundation is usually good, that it was built on that solid rock, that concrete. But what happens is with this house, you may have to tear some walls down. You may have to remodel the house. You may have to put in some new furniture, some new cabinets, some new flooring, change out a few studs. So think of that house, that skeleton, as your blueprint. This is your blueprint that you're dealing with when you're building up your house. See, that's your body, that's your fortress, your house that you're building. And understand that you've been out here. If you're grown, you might have to tear down some walls. You might have to open a few doors and change the hinges on them, right? You might have to upgrade some of those appliances, right? You might have to change your thinking, your mindset. What's your thinking? When obstacles get into your way, what are you leaning towards? Do you lean towards doubt? Or do you lean towards belief? When things happen, are you saying, this is how I always am? When things happen, are you saying, I knew it wouldn't work? That's the doubt. That's the unbelief. Or when things happen, are you saying, like, there's a lesson here? There's a blessing here. Matter of fact, if I start living with cheer, then I get less of fear. And that's when you can understand that the blessing's near. Because unless you care to lively up yourself, then you'll start settling. And here's what I want you to understand, all right? There's 3 reasons. I'll give you 2 reasons, all right? This is why a lot of people don't really have what they really want in life. It's not that people are aiming so high and setting so grandiose goals or certain things that are so big and that they're missing these goals. That's not why people are failing in life. That's not why people aren't getting the success they want. It's the simple fact that they're aiming too low and they hit the goal. So most people, they great morning, Makita. Most people, they'll say something like, I don't want to dream that big, or I don't want to start that business. I don't want to get into that relationship. I'm scared to get into that marriage. I'm scared to go date. I'm scared to go have these kids. I'm scared to apply for this job. I'm scared to take this test. I'm scared to get into that school. They're not saying that by their mouth, by vocally, but they're saying that by their behavior. I can tell what you want by what you do. You judge a tree by the fruit it bears, not the fruit it claims to be. So, expectations. Expectations. See, wants show up in conversations, like Les Brown said, but expectations show up in behavior. So ask yourself, Are your behaviors modeling what your expectations want? Are your behaviors modeling what your mindset wants? Are you renewing your mindset? Are you tearing down those walls? Are you breaking down that house and rebuilding that fortress? We call it rhino skin. When you put on that armor of God, when you get so strong that different things can affect you. You've weathered the storm. Instead of going through it, you started growing through it. So now when those same things hit you and you've renewed your mindset, you grew from it, then now you can say, I know how to deal with this. The car broke down. Simple fix. You've networked now. I got tow truck on speed dial. I got the jack. Oh, I got the tire. Oh, I just needed some more. No worries. You don't stress so much. You stop worrying so much. The doubt, it kills more dreams than anything. The fear of failure. You know, when they check statistics out, even like when you look at marriages, you know, there's some of the top 3 reasons for divorce were finances, conversations, and I forgot the third one, but it wasn't infidelity. You get what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that people are just doing things wrong. It's the fact that people are afraid to just have conversations. People are afraid to just be themselves. They're walking on eggshells. People are afraid to learn how to be good managers, how to be a good steward of your money, how to be a good steward of your friends, how to be a good steward of your time. You can't get your time back. The pain, it hurts. Listen, a lot of people right now, they have something what's called the grinding effect. I see it so much, it's preached so much that people preach on the grind. I gotta grind. Money. Don't make money your master. They're making grinding their idol. They're making the talk about the grind their idol. They're making the things that encompass grinding, the results that come from the grinding, and the credibility or the rewards that the grinding have given them, they've made that the significance to the extent of their purpose. Oh, I can supply everything that I need. I don't need nobody. And that gives them pride. It gives them ego. That gives them sustenance. But what I'm saying is it giving you your best? Because are you settling? Because see, here's the thing. You could be independent. You could be doing a lot of things yourself. But at the same time, you could be doing yourself a disservice. I always tell people it's great to be dependent on the right things. Because you could have built that business up, making $5,000, $10,000 a month, whatever. You could build the relationship, just being happy, no time. But here's the thing. What if that was a settle? That you're not aware of. You're unconscious of that you're settling. Because you could have networked, and instead of making $10,000 a month, you could have been making $100,000 a month. But you were cool with the $10,000 a month. I think it was Zig Ziglar that says people don't make $10,000 a month because they want to make $10,000 a month. They make $10,000 a month because they don't know how to make $100,000 a month. See, wherever you are right now, whatever your top greatest achievement is, right? Let's call it here. Your greatest achievement is literally somebody else's bottom line. And I say that to mean humble yourself, because you can always do more. Because anything another person can do, that means it's in you to do it. You have the power to create it. You have the power to manifest that. When you believe, when you put the action, when you start humbling yourself and you say, you know what, this is not my best. See, it might have been your best, but that's your best to get you where you are now. The same thinking that got you to the level you're at now is not the same thinking that's going to get you to the next level. Because if it was, you would already be at that level. So the only reason you're at right now, wherever you at, and it doesn't matter what it is, relationships, finances, time, influence, impact, there's more. There's always more. There's always another level. The thing is, you should be afraid of regret. You should be afraid to leave this world, to leave this earth, and not share some of those things that you had in your heart. Not share some of those things that you had in your mind. Not share some of those gifts, some of those talents, some of those skills, some of that mindset, some of that blueprint of building that house up that only we could have learned from you, that only we could have seen, that you could have constructed, that we could have said, from this person, I'll build my house because now they've gave me something to work with. This person has shown me something. But you got to play full out. You got to step into the ring and get into the ring of life. You got to not be afraid to get hit, not be afraid to get punched. Because here's the thing. If it's given to you, if somebody gives you the victory, you don't understand what it takes to actually build up the resistance. If somebody gives you that house, somebody gives you that money, somebody gives you the world of that relationship, you may mess it up. Because you don't know how to sustain it. You don't know how to put on the body. You don't know how to sustain the health. You just get the surgery. That's great. But you got to learn how to have a lifestyle of eating properly that maintains the health. Okay. What are you saying, Leo? What you talking about? What we really speaking on? People love the microwave success. People love the instant gratification. But when you do that, you miss a part of the process. When you have things cut through, sometimes it's a part of the process that you needed to go through to grow through. So when you cut through, take a shortcut. When you do that, you could be missing something. Missing that one thing. Sometimes you never know what that one moment, we call it a life-defining moment. 2 moments, the best things in your life. The 2 best moments of your life are 1, the day you were born. 2, the day you find out why. So 2 best moments in your life. Yeah, but when I got married, that's not the best. Yeah, but what about when I had kids? That's not the best. Yeah, but what when I finally gave my life to God? That's always a part of your life. It's been there. He knows your heart. He created and done it. So the things is, what is it that you're putting your mind to? The 2 best. Boom, you're here. The Spirit's here. Second, you finding out why you're here. Because why is that so important? Why is that so important? CJ, what's good, bro? Health is wealth. Why is that so important the day you find out why? Because once you know what your gifting is, once you know what your purpose is, once you understand what your calling is, you can start working towards it. So when you start understanding that, then you can start creating synergy and mixing different things together. You start knowing how to network better. You start understanding, I got to speak on this. It's Black History Month. And you got to be the change you want to see in the world, right? And here's what I mean by that. I see a lot of people with the mindset of, I'm worried about me and mine's. As long as me and mine's good. As long as I'm taking care of my kids, that's all that matters. But are you settling? Because what about if just taking care of your kids wasn't just taking care of your kids? What if just taking care of your kids was giving them a role model to be inspired by? You be that Batman. You be that Spider-Man. You be that Santa Claus. You be that person that they look to where they say, dang, they ask the kids, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the kids like my father. The kids like my mother. The kids like, I seen that person with so much determination. Persistence. You wouldn't persist if there wasn't no faith. Right? Like, here's the thing, right? Expectations can lead to disappointment. The thing is, people have to learn what type of expectations lead to disappointments. Expectations in yourself leads to greatness. Expectation in your source, to your God, leads to greatness. Expectation in others leads to disappointment. That's the disconnect. A lot of times we're sitting here wanting other people to do something that we won't do for ourselves. Wanting other people to do something that they don't want to do for yourselves. That leads to disappointment. That leads to frustration. I think J. Cole says something like, it was, I guess I love a lot because I feel the guilt and shame wanting something more for my brother and my brother's not. So, simply saying, like, if I want to grow and I want to help my family member, friend, or my spouse to grow in a certain area, and I expect them to grow because I'm growing, or I expect them to change a behavior because I'm changing a behavior, that can lead to frustration. And then if they don't change, that's why I can have the frustration. So here's the better thing. The better thing is when you learn how to change yourself and you expect to win, expect yourself to change. You hold yourself to accountability. CJ, you said something like that. Like we can't force another person to change. We can't expect somebody to do something just because we're doing something. But what we can do is be a model. And that person can choose to change because they see a reason to change. That person can choose to change because maybe they see the greatness happening in your life. Right? So the thing is, we can provide an environment that's conducive to change. We can provide a model, an example. We can start living a lifestyle that says, hey, because I did this, now look at what's happening in my life. Because I changed my mind, because I changed my friends, because I changed my belief, because I changed my focus, because I changed my mindset, because I changed what I do every day, because I changed my daily routines, things are happening for me. And they can say, yo, you know what? Yo, whatever you doing, I want in. Whatever you've been changing, yo, teach me. But when we go with this mindset of you should, you must, thou shalt, you shall eat better, you shall stop smoking, you should stop drinking, you should stop messing with everybody in the world, you should stop dating. We tell people thou shalt, you should, must. We're judging. And when you judge somebody, those other fingers are pointing right back at you. And we start judging them based on the behavior, based on their experiences. You are not in another person's shoes. You are not walking another person's journey. Your journey is different. What's meant for you is meant for you. And the bad, the evil, the things that are meant for you harm are designed to give you better if you get a revelation, if you start renewing your mindset, if you start growing, if you increase in knowledge, increase in information, and the way you put that thing into action, that's what the wisdom is. Because now when you use the knowledge with the action, with other people's experience, with your own experiences, call it anecdotal, then that's when you can release transformation. Because that's when you're now transforming yourself. Because now you exit the cycle. See, there's a thing called a cycle of life, right? And in life, there's cycles, and in life, there are rhythms. So you know what happens in cycles? It goes around and around in circles. You keep repeating the same thing. That's when they say history repeats itself. You're doing a cycle. You're not learning anything new. You keep getting into these situations, but you're not seeing the thing in those situations that you needed to grow from. So you're repeating a cycle. Whether it's a cycle on finances, whether it's a cycle on relationships, whether it's a cycle on your unbelief, on our unbelief, on my unbelief, whether it's a cycle of stability to the point where now you stop aiming higher. You stop aiming for goals. But here's the difference. What's the difference between a rhythm and a cycle? A rhythm, you ride the wave. A rhythm, you dance to the beat. A rhythm changes. So you gotta adjust yourself to dance to the rhythm. The cycle, you know what's coming on. It's the same thing over and over. I wake up. I eat my breakfast. I go to work. I pay my bills. Say hi to the kids or hi to my family. I watch this TV. You know, I try to do some laundry, clean up a little bit. I go to sleep. I wake up. I eat my food. I'm late for work. I'm in traffic. I pay my bills. I go home. I talk on the phone. I watch my TV. I go to sleep. I wake up. It's a cycle. How do you know if you're in a cycle? Ask yourself, what did you do the same time last month? The same day last week? The same time a year from now? A year ago? 2 years ago? 5 years ago? 10 years? Is it a cycle or was it a rhythm? See, are you doing different things? Sometimes your friends change. Sometimes your job changes. Sometimes your business changes. Sometimes your housing changes. Sometimes your situation is changing. That's rhythms. So what happens is when you get into these rhythms, you got to learn to dance to the beat of your own drummer. You got to learn how to ride the waves, as we say, right? But the thing is, when you start adjusting and you stop getting out of this cycle mindset, that's how you start to grow. That's how you get uncomfortable. See, here's the thing. if you truly want to grow, you're going to have to get uncomfortable. Now, look, there's no joy in the comfort zone. And there's no comfort there's no comfort being comfortable. Like, it feels good, but the true essence of your nature is being let down. And the thing is, I think Dr. Sebi used to say something like this, right? If you've always been sick, what you think feels like healthy is just you being sick. Because if you've never felt how it really feels to be healthy, you won't know. Because you haven't made a change to actually be healthy. But then when you actually get healthy and you realize that what you thought was health was actually sickness, and how you thought when you thought you were actually good, because you were unaware, had blind spots, you were unconscious to it, then that's when you'll never want to go back. That's when you say things to yourself like, yo, all this time I thought I was happy and I was hurt. I was deceptive. I was master of self-deception. And now when you feel joy, you're like, yo, you want to share it to the world. It's not me and mine anymore. It's like, yo, I got something I can share to somebody else. I got something I can help somebody else. 100%. CJ, I'm a testimony to this. Brother, that's why you got to keep sharing your story. Rashida, you're welcome. Manifest it, believe it, train yourself. Yeah, look. Doubt kills more dreams than anything. Not what people think of you. Because here's two things, right? These are the two things people usually are concerned with. Reputation and character. See, reputation is what other people think of me. I'm not responsible for that. That's expectations. Again, if I'm worried about what you think of me, worry brings no goodness to your life, then that means my focus is in the wrong place. See, character is who you are. Reputation is what people think you are. So don't focus on your reputation. Focus on your character, who you truly are. Not on what people think you are. People are always going to think different things. People are nutty. Some people will be for you. Some people will be against you. No one will ever be 100% for you. Because it's differences in opinion. Differences is perspective. So some people call things right. Some people call things wrong. Some people call things good. Some people call it bad. Confucius said, nothing is good and bad, but the thinking makes it so. So that means you cannot please everybody in the world. Can I tell you this again? You will never please everybody. Now, y'all know I don't like speaking in absolutes. But for this, I'm telling you that. Why? Why, Leo? Because everyone has different motives. Everyone has different goals, different dreams. And the thing is, even Mother Teresa said it herself. She was a very selfless person, very philanthropic. Right? She did so much, and in her deathbed, they said, like, is there anything you regret? And you know, Mother Teresa said they still didn't care. Her thing was she wanted to give her whole life away. And when she was about to die, she said they weren't grateful. And it was almost like a resentful feeling, because it's like she felt like she was doing so much and she was just like, they still didn't care. Meaning, this is a hard pill to swallow when I say this, right? Because some people say I'm a nice person. Compared to who? Oh, yo, I'm not angry. Compared to who? Because compared to Mother Teresa, and you saying yourself nice, she might say you're angry. People may judge you as angry compared from your mannerism. Or you could say, yo, I'm mean. And then compared to a killer, you wouldn't squash a grape in a fruit fight, right? Like, they think you're the nicest person. So the thing is, sometimes, see, you need some sea moss. I got the sea moss brewing, brother. I got you. Strawberry, regular, elderberry, so on that. FuelNature.com, check that out, right? People got to know what you do so they know what to look for you for. That's what I'm doing. I got to stop settling, right? So the thing is, sometimes you got to check what's your reference? What's your standard? What are you gauging yourself on when you start saying different things? Like, if you saying I'm doing all I can do, compared to what? Muhammad Ali. He said, if man can take molded bread and make penicillin, I can show you how great I am, what God can do with me. Think about this. You are a person of spirit. embodiment made flesh that has a spirit inside that is capable of authority, dominion on this earth, part of your and mine and our. Think about this. Part of our purpose is authority, dominion. Thou shalt decree things that should be established to you. So never say I'm broke. Never say I'm poor. Never say I can't do a thing, because you're speaking life into that. And I'm telling you today to speak death into that. Life and death is in the tongue. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So the thing that you speak, the things that you say, whether you're conscious of it or not, that's your true nature. That's your true thoughts. So then you got to ask yourself, well, what are my thoughts? How am I thinking? Right? So when you start saying things like, yo, man, I can't do it, man. I ain't got the time for that. Yo, man, I can't do it, man. Like, I ain't got enough money. I can't start that business. You're speaking death into your life. You're dying at that point. Are you a wandering generality or a specific being? Don't be, dying doesn't, understand, dying don't just mean you're in a coffin, in a grave, or like have no existence. So if you understand that your spirit, right? Once somebody kills your spirit or you kill your spirit, that means you start dying. It's the spirit. See, the body might be gone, and people, that's when the only people think of death, right? When the body's gone. Or only people think of living because you can see it, you can feel it, you taste it, you're in this existence, right? But literally, if your spirit, when you're around different people, when you start to feel your energy down, that's a good sign of your spirit saying change your energy, change your environment. Right? So the thing is, if you feel your spirit being shifted in a good way, you're living, growing. You're going through a challenge, you're going through adversity. That's a part of the process. You got to respect the process. You got to enjoy the process, because it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey. See, the person you become in pursuit of your passion, in pursuit of that destination, in pursuit of that achievement, in pursuit of that goal, in pursuit of your vision, in pursuit of your imagination, is way more important than the goal itself. That strength that you develop, that unwavering will that you develop, that mindset of tolerance, that capability of perseverance that you develop, the vulnerability that's broken to strongholds. That's more important. Let me give you a point. What's more important? Getting a degree that says doctorate, getting a degree, bachelor, associate, getting a degree that just says you're a nutritionist, you're a trainer, or getting a degree, you're a speaker, or going the whole coursework of being a doctor, trainer, teacher, mother, and then not getting the degree. It's a trick question. It's not really. See, if somebody gave you a degree, all right, and just said, here, you're a doctor. Here, you're a nutritionist. Here, you're a hairstylist. But you didn't learn how to be a hairstylist. You didn't learn how to do a keratin, how to mix different styles together. You didn't learn how to properly put the heat on when you were doing a bleaching, or you were doing a dye to a color, or how to make sure you didn't burn this person's scalp off. You didn't learn how to do these things. You didn't learn how to comb it right or wash the hair right. But you wanted that paperwork. You wanted the qualification without being qualified. You wanted to get something without putting something in. You wanted the heat of the fire without putting the wood in. You wanted the fruit of the labor without laboring. You wanted the reputation of having these different things, the results of the business, the money from not putting value in. But you didn't want to learn the process. And it was the learning of the process that you did to actually become a stylist that's more important than just the certificate. Because once you had the knowledge that you can do it, you can do it again. Once you had the knowledge of how to be a mechanic, how to be a carpenter, how to build a house, it doesn't matter if society gave me this piece of paper saying you are a mechanic. If I can build the car, if people know I can build the car, people know I can build the house, people know I can make the drink, people know I can be the father, I can be a parent, people know I can be a doctor based on what I'm doing, my character, my labor, my work, my energy, my enthusiasm, my efforts, my results. When people can see that, that's how you know you're qualified. That's how people can know you are not settling. That's how you can know. That's when you feel joyful. That's when you actually get the feelings of fulfillment. Because now it's not a fake. It's not a facade. That's why you can't judge yourself based on, you can't judge yourself based on somebody else's highlight reel. Don't judge your behind the scenes based on somebody else's highlight reel. See, the fakes get exposed. Oh, they get exposed. I gotta step up a little closer now because see, that's when you start realizing who's real and who's fake. When them people say they can do something and then they fail to do it. So it's not about just getting the paper, the reward, the accomplishment. It's about the process. That's why I said the process is more important. I always tell people, man, and I learned this the hard way. It was a conversation one of my mentors were having. Holton Buggs. He should be recognized. It's Black History Month. Holton Buggs is amazing. He's the highest paid, I don't know what you want to call it, black. He's the highest paid black person in the entire world in network marketing from a single position. He was making over $1 million a month, I think, for 10 years straight. Why is it not publicized? This man has his own holiday in Texas. It's called Holton and Arlene Buggs Day. Him and his wife, right? Wonderful family. But here's the thing. He said something that cut home. He said, I'd rather build a business with somebody that's making $20,000 a year and next year wants to make $30,000 than me to build a business with somebody making $1 million this year and next year is okay with making another $1 million. Because see, that person that's making $1 million and okay with making $1 million the next year has settled. They're not growing. But that person making $20,000 and next year wants to make 30, oh, they reaching. That drive, that hunger, it's going to push you. Because most people are looking like, oh, they're a millionaire. So I want to learn from the millionaire that's making $1 million. But that person might not be the person that's going to design to help you grow. Especially if they start subtle. Because what we're looking at is the monetary value of it. We're posing the intrinsic nature of something we're giving it a value that it doesn't really have. It's a superficial value. But when you start looking at a person that says, yo, they might be making $10 an hour, but you looking at their heart, you can looking at their face and you can see the passion in it. That's like, yo, I'm just trying to make it at $15 an hour. Some of us say, that's it. That's all you want to make, $15 an hour. But we don't get where they coming from. We ain't seen what they've been through. But that person right there, that energy around you can make that cake take you to another level. But the thing is, you want to judge them because, oh, for you, they're not qualified. But one yes from God is all the yes you need. That's a yes oh man, that's a whole nother conversation. But that's all you need. So when you start looking at people, you stop judging. I stop judging. Look at yourself in the mirror. See, when I'm doing this live, I'm not looking at y'all. You don't get it. I'm looking at me. So what happens is when I'm doing this video, I'm talking to me. I'm telling myself you can do better. I'm telling myself you did better. It's already being done. It's done already. Now you got to accept that, Leo. You got to walk into your greatness, step into your greatness. You can't pray for a promise. There's no point. Because it's a promise. It's in your will to have it. It's in your will to have authority. It's in your will to have dominion. It's in your will to not be broke, to not be poor. It's in your will to be wealthy. So what do you need to do, Leo? Well, first, I got to speak it into existence. 2, I got to have the vision. 3, I got to imagine more, think bigger, and stop settling. 4, I got to change my environment. I got to make my environment conducive to growth. Conducive to growth. There may be correlation, but is it causation? Now, it may be possible, but is it probable? Now, that is the thing when it comes with the faith. I got to believe it, and I got to have the expectations, not in anybody else, to help me. I got to have expectations in myself. I got to understand, connect with my source, and know, listen, you are all I need. You gave me everything I need, and now I got to be resourceful. full because I have my source. So if I have my source and I'm resourceful and not resourceless, then that means I have everything I need, but I need to look. So I have to seek and you shall find. I have to knock and it shall be open. I have to ask and it shall be given. If I humble myself, I'll ask. If I'm prideful and I'm prideless, those are two different things. So prideful would not ask. Prideless would. Are you doubtful? Or you doubtless? Doubtful means full of doubt. Powerless means less power. Powerful means more power. So when you start saying things, look at what you're saying. Pay attention to your words. Saying something like all women are the same means my mindset is the same. Saying something like all women are different means my mindset is all women are different. Means I am now speaking life into my women, into my ability to look at different women when it comes to dating. Saying something like, oh, these jobs won't give me a raise means I have expectations in another person in their company to do something for me that I won't do to myself. But saying to myself, I can give myself a raise means now I'm looking into myself and how can I increase my value, learn my knowledge, do more than what I'm paid for. And then when that gets acknowledged, maybe that's when they go, you know what? What the heck? I think you can apply for another position, or because you're doing so good, can you fill in for this? It's better to be prepared and not ready. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity. It's better to be prepared for a moment of breakthrough and not need it than need it and not be prepared. Are you settling? Stop settling today. Leo, I want to stop settling. But you don't understand. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through. Yeah, Leo, but this is just how I am. That's the thinking that you're cool with? This is just how I am? So that's the limitation you want to put on your life. This is how I am. Because this is how I am. It's keeping a lot of people where they are. Oh, look, Leo, you don't understand. Oh, I'm a foster child. I was raped. You don't get it. I didn't have any money. I was homeless. I was homeless. See, it's not about what you've been through. Right? It's not about that. K. Ron, what's up, bros? See, what you've been through, that was the test. And what I'm telling you today, we tired of the test. We don't want to hear about the test no more. We want to hear the testimony. So how can you be ready for the testimony? How can you give the testimony? That means you have to step out. You got to step out that testing phase. And you got to step into the solution phase. You got to step into the phase where now you grew from it and now you can share your story of how you grew from it, how you conquered it, how you became a conqueror, a champion, a king, a queen. Now look, y'all. If you know one thing about me, I don't use the term king and queen loosely. I don't use it as a term of endearment. I see a lot of people use it as loosely, but if you're a king, if you're a queen, if you consider yourself that, are you saying it for reputation? Or are you saying it for character? See, because there's characteristics of a king and a queen. There's characteristics of having a kingdom. There's characteristics of having a kingdom lifestyle. See, a king and a queen, or I'll say kingdom lifestyle, they not just worry about themselves. So if you only worry about you and yours, that's not the characteristics of a king and a queen. I can't call you a king and a queen. Not if you only worry about you. Because that's not what a king and a queen do. So before people start using things, sometimes they got to learn how to use it. Kings and queens have kingdoms. They have land and real estate. And if you're still living with your parents, I was, then you may be a prince or a princess, but you may not be the king or queen yet. And the only reason you wouldn't is because you haven't made steps to change that. But you may start giving excuses as to why. But what I'm telling you is you can change that. Because the only limitations in your life are the ones that you choose to give yourself. And some people may not like my view or things that I'm saying, but here's the one fact. It's true kings and queens, they have kingdoms. It's true kings and queens, people are responsible for them. It's true kings and queens, they are the people designed to lead other people. They are the people that are designed to have good management. Management of their other people, management of their kingdom, management of resources, management of finances, management of growing their kingdom. Of growing the kingdom, not just having it, but now they got to conquer other lands and take over other lands and go on explorations. They're making life a journey. It's a blast. Every single day they're like, I am living wonderful. You can have heaven on earth or you can have hell on earth. They'll say they live as it is in heaven, as it is as it is on earth, as it is in heaven, right? So when you start thinking about that, when you start saying, well, am I living in heaven right now or am I living in hell? It's a mindset. Yes, there was a physical place in like Europe called Hellam, and they called it Hellenism, right? Place of poverty. So when you start asking yourself, what's your mindset? What's the mindset that you have? Is your mindset hell or is your mindset heaven? Is your mindset stability? Is your mindset growth? Is your mindset settling? Is your mindset yes or is your mindset no? Is it your mindset I can or I can't? Is your mindset I can't because or how can I because? That's how you start different. That's how you start putting it together and saying, okay, what's my mindset at this point? Because sometimes we living in heaven. Sometimes we living in hell. Sometimes we're like, I can be the change that I want to be. And sometimes we're like, I don't know if I can do this. But the thing is, that's when you got to have your different friends, right? That Judas, right? That's when you can have the different people that are speaking life into you. Because we shouldn't do life alone. That's when you got to have people that can look at you and be like, yo, why are you doing that? Yo, you binge watching the TV again? I thought you told me you was going to start that business this week. Well, I thought you told me you wanted to start that little hairline. You ain't started yet? And you want to get mad at them because they telling you something that you want. Listen, don't take this the wrong way. But I want you to take this the right way. Like my mentor, Johnny Wimbrey, told me something. Sometimes you can piss people on. Sometimes you piss people off. And he's the type that he knows how to piss me on. I want to piss you on today. Not piss you off, because this is going to piss you on track. I'm not going to piss you off track with that small thinking. I'm going to piss you on track with a bigger thinking. Now, you ready for it? Hear this. I don't want you all to be successful. People, here, I want you to understand this. If I wanted you to be successful, if I wanted everybody to be successful, it would cause resentment. Here's what I mean. If I want something for you and you don't want it for yourself, you'll hate me. If I want you to be something that you don't want for yourself, you won't like me. So I don't want everyone to be successful. Why would I want something that you don't even want for yourself? But here's something I do want. For the people that want to be successful, I want you to be successful. I encourage you to be successful. I know that you will be successful because I know you will do what it takes. You've seen this today. It's no more settling. After this, we only go up. Now, look, we may go down, but we don't stay there. We grow from there. It's a part of the process. In life, you're either in a problem, just getting out of one, or about to get into another one. It's part of life. That's what it is. And then we got to make it through, and we got to break through. We don't got to hit it. We got to break it. That's what we do. We don't come in a room and get affected by the temperature because we're not a thermometer. We're the thermostat. We control the energy of the room. We're the person that when we step into the room, we turn it up or we turn it down. We put it to where we at. We don't put ourselves to match somebody else's energy. We are the energy creators. We say, I am going to be here and you either going to improve yourself and catch up to me, but I'm not going to deprive myself and go down to you. Doesn't mean I'm better. Doesn't mean I'm greater. It does not mean I think I'm better than you. There's a big difference between being confident and being arrogant. See, confident is what I am. I'm bold. I'm confident. Confident just simply means I know there is nobody else better. Jay-Z's not better than me. Beyonce's not better than me. Drake's not better than me. Bill Gates is not better than me. Robert Kiyosaki is not better than me. Zig Ziglar is not better than me. Les Brown is not better than me. That's confidence. Arrogance is saying I think I'm better than somebody else. My little brother, I'm not saying I'm better than him. That's arrogant. Just because somebody makes less money, I don't say I'm better than him. That's arrogant. That's because someone is not smarter than me, I don't think I'm better. That's arrogant. Confidence is not saying if somebody else can do something, I know I can do it too. If I put my mind to it, if I work to it, if I put some grind to it. They may be more far mastered on a thing, so I can say they have more mastery but as a person, I know that no one's better than me. And you got to understand that for yourself. No one's better than you. You got what it takes. But you got to look in the mirror and understand you're at a competition between you. And the biggest enemy that you will ever have in your life right now is the enemy within. That's why we call enemy inner me, right? It's a war within. It's like you got those two people on your shoulder, right? It's like this face, which face you going to get? You got to ask yourself, are you going to be your friend today or are you going to be the enemy? Look up the definition of an enemy. Look up a definition of a friend. And understand, remember, most people get a friend confused. A friend is not someone who's always there. A friend is someone that's always there for you. Most people confuse a person that's always there with a person that's always there for you. A true friend, sometimes they may be grinding. They may be working too. They may be also taking time to enjoy life. Taking time to enjoy the moments. Taking time to enjoy time. Time is precious. You'll never get it back. So understand, you got to make the most of your days, most of your day. Make the best of your day, most of your day. Make the growth of your day, most of your day. Make the doubt of your day, least of your day. Make the happiness of your day, most of your day. Make the joy of the day, most of the day. And what I'm saying is, it's not always going to be 100% feeling great. But you can choose in every moment to make the most out of the moment. You can choose in every moment to just find the lesson, to find the blessing. If you can't, when you're going through something, experience that. If there's a time and a place for everything. There's a season for everything. There's a time to grieve. There's a time to cry. A time to live. Time to die. A time that we may sit there and it's time to build. A time for results. A time where we got to believe, right? A time for the faith. A time where now we got to match that, and now it comes to the waiting period. There's a time and a season for everything. There's a time to plant and a time to reap the harvest. You got seed inside you. And here's when people hear faith, we know the word, we know faith and belief, but this is what I want to end on because I don't want to talk too much. I want to make sure this hits home. Have faith like a farmer. Have belief like a farmer. So here's the thing when it comes to planning, right? Faith, evidence of the things I see is forget everything and run, or it can be face everything and rise, right? Different things we hear with the word fear, right? But here's what I want to talk about that faith. Here's what happens when you have that seed thought, that kingdom mindset, and you start planting seeds. The seed is your gift. The seed is the time that you expend towards something that you want to see growth. You're successful the day you decide to be. See, the decision comes first. You're successful once you make a decision to be successful. It's that simple. The way that your attitude behind a thing before it happens is how it happens. So here's what farmers do. Right? A farmer, they get the seeds, right? They got these seeds in here. And when they get these seeds, they plant these seeds, right? That's what you're looking at, right? That's the seeds right there. So they got to plant the seeds. Then the farmer, he knows that after he plants the seed, you got to put the seed in some dirt. Because he knows that the best plants, they can't go through the dirt. They got to grow through the dirt. But the dirt's needed. The dirt, it has to be there because the dirt is where it gets its nutrients. The dirt is where you learn how to have a stronger emotional capacity so you get your nutrients from the dirt. You don't take the dirt with you, but you grow through the dirt, and now you say, thanks, dirt. You made me who I am, and you rise above. Some people don't rise above the dirt. They stay in the dirt, and they stay in a cycle of staying in the dirt. Because all they can talk about and think about is dirt because they're in the dirt. So they haven't been planted. They're just there. Left with the dreams stranded. They have fear. But for the people that got the faith, this is where it gets good, y'all. This is where it gets good. They the people that grow. And when they start growing, they were like, damn, I needed that dirt. It kept me grounded. It kept me humble because now I know, look, I know exactly how my roots, I know where I came from. But here's the thing, when the farmer planted it, and now the growth, see the farmer, he's just like, he got belief. He like, listen, I know what the seed is designed to do. The seed is designed to do what God intended it to do. Right? The seed is going to do its part. I'm going to do my part by planting it. I'm going to do my part by pulling the weeds out. Some of them friends, you got to pull the weeds out. Some of that TV, you got to pull the weeds out. Some of that music you listen to, you got to pull the weeds out. Because as you pull the weeds out, these things are distractions. Some of that unbelief, you got to pull the weeds out. You got to make sure that your plant is safe. Safe from the weeds. But you got to keep it planted. It's not time to repot it yet. And here's what else the farmer does. He gotta till the soil. Now, he gotta do this to make sure that the rain can reach and the sun can shine and hit. So what happened is, while you in the dirt, you have your manly help, you have your help from flesh, from other people, that's the farmer helping the seed, but then you got your source that you're connected to. You got Allah who's coming in, and Allah's showing he's giving the sun the vitamin D. And now he's giving the rain and the storm's coming. Now people are like, oh, it's a storm. But he knows the storm is nourishing you. He sees the dirt. He sees the storm, and from the storm, glory came. Because from the storm, you got the water. And the water was needed. It's essential. Are you drinking enough water? Because you need at least half your body weight in water, in ounces, every day. If you're not getting all the water you need, you're missing out on your nutrients. If you're not taking your walk and going outside and getting your vitamin D, getting your exercise, you're missing your nutrients. You're missing part of what you're designed to do, what you're designed to have, what was designed for you, what are your best food, part of your best health. You're missing some of it. That's coming directly from the source. Nature made, not man made. It was nature made, not processed. So if you're having nothing but process, then that means it could be the weed. It could be something distracting that seed from growing through the dirt, which is you distracting that dream, the dream that you have. So here's what happens. The farmer prayed, and he's not saying, God, can you make these seeds do something that they've never done before? No. It's a promise. See, the Creator said, I'll have seeds, and certain seeds will grow into different trees. So he doesn't pray to the seeds and says, apple tree, I want you to bear orange fruit. See, that would be delusional. That would not be respecting the law. He knows the laws of the land. The laws of the land also say that, you know what? If this is an apple tree, it's designed to bear apples, not designed to bear watermelon. So he has the law of the land, but he also knows that I have to keep in unity. I have to pray in harmony with what God wants for the seed and what he wants, I want. So I'm not going to sit there and contradict what he wants and pray for something that's outside of his will, outside of something that should be done. Could he do it? Yes, he does, but he didn't design it to do that. So I'm not going to pray for that. But what I will pray for is for you to give me some wisdom to let me know how to take care of this seed the most possible way, the best way, the best way possible. And you in here, the farmer's like, let me take care of these weeds. Let me protect that seed. I asked you to provide everything it needs you to grow, and I'm going to do my part. And then what happens is certain seeds start to grow. Maybe all of them don't grow, but the ones that were designed to grow, they start growing. But you're never going to see one plant get mad at another plant because that other plant didn't grow. See, all a tree, when you start looking at nature and plants, nature living in its law. Nature is doing what it's designed to do. It's designed to grow. And it's designed to grow to its fullest extent. And all it wants to do is grow. It's be healthy. It's to do what it was designed to do. Human beings are the only people that disconnect from what we were designed to do. So you weren't called to settle. You weren't called to sit there and be small. That's not what you're here for. You were designed to grow to the fullest extent of your ability. And the great thing is, because we have a mind where we can have discernment, because we have a mind where we can now think at a level that no other life form can do, because we can be resourceful, learn how to imagine things that other people would see. A lion can't imagine like a human being. A tree, if a tree doesn't like where it's planted, they can't leave. You're not designed to be a tree. If you don't like something, you can change it. See, a tree has to weather the storm. A tree has to put on different armor when it's going through stuff. A tree, when it gets a branch broke, it might have to repair that and just grow a new one. But here's the thing about you. You're not stagnant. You're not settled in right there. You can literally get up and change environment. You can get up, take a flight, and change the temperature. Jay-Z said, we fly first class to change the forecast. If you literally don't like something, you understand you got the power to change that? Do you realize how powerful you are? Until you realize how powerful you are, you'll be powerless. But once you start understanding, just like that seed, you can't be worried about the seeds that didn't grow with you, because you designed to live to your fullest extent. Get it? So now when you start growing and the farmer sees you, he's like, look, there's a story, right? And it was a man who was gardening, and somebody said, man, this garden is amazing, man. Like, oh my goodness, man. I can't believe you've been so blessed, man. Like, oh, God bless you, man. Like, I can't believe you're doing so many different things, man. Like, this is beautiful. And the man said, you should have seen when God had it all to himself. See, man, we here with a purpose. All right? And you know, that means so much. And all I'm saying is, it's time for you to rise. It's time to make the best thing that you ever did, your best line, now your new bottom line. It's time to make things that you experience a part of your lifestyle. Like now, it's not about just, like I tell people, they're like, oh, you like to travel? No, traveling is part of my lifestyle. I'm living my life. If I'm traveling, I'm not taking a vacation. I'm living my life. It's time to start making things your lifestyle. I don't eat healthy. It's just my normal way of eating. You know, get your mindset to the point where you understand that you're going to have to get uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, it's not going to be comfortable, but you're okay with it. So I mean, you're comfortable getting uncomfortable. You're comfortable with going through some things because you understand, like that seed, you're planted. And like that seed, you don't want to stay in the dirt, so you're going to have to grow through the dirt. And like that seed, you're designed to become the best that you were designed to be. So today I ask you all, stop settling. And I ask you to do these 3 things. Envision what it is that you want. Make it plain. Put it on paper. Don't just have it in your phone. Psychologically, it's something that writing something down has a different effect on your brain than when you type it in the phone. Write these things that you want. Put it somewhere in your house that you can see it over and over. Network. Created a mastermind group of friends. These are people that you can count on, depend on, that may inspire you when you're not inspiring yourself. These are people that you can have accountability. It is very important to share what you're doing. If you don't share what you're doing, how people know what to go to you for? Don't be the prideful, independent person. Be the prideful, dependent on the right things person. Be the person that understands it's important to have the right relationships. So develop relationships with people in different areas, different positions, different places of power that you can have. All right? Manifesting. So here's what the thing about being positive also means, right? Positivity won't let you do everything in life. But positivity will allow you to do things in life better than negativity will. So it gives you a platform. And understand, your mindset can be your platform or it can be your prison. It's up to you. So I'm telling you, if it's something that you truly want to do, stop worrying about how to get it done and focus on you're going to get it done. Focus on the fact that you're just going to get it done. The how sometimes is not up to you. That part doesn't matter. How the plant grows, we don't really know. Now we can break all these genetics down and say this is how it grows and stuff, but it grows when it's supposed to grow. Your mentor will show up when the student is ready. When things are supposed to happen, it's going to happen. Everything that happened designed and made you who you were. And if you could live your life over, how many of you would say right now that it was so much more you could do? And if that's possible, then that means right now you can restart the day. You can take all your experience and everything you learned and say, today, this is a day. I'm going to own this day. So own the day. It's great. 5-year dream, 10-year dream, 20-year dreams. That is amazing. But here's my goal to you. This is what I want you to do. And get real close, all right? I want you to have this goal. Every day I want you to do this. Have a goal of owning the day. Have a goal of just feeling good right now, in this moment. Have a goal of saying, I'm going to feel better. If you feel good, I want you to feel great. If you feel great, I want you to feel fantastic. If you feeling fantastic, I want you to feel phenomenal. If you feeling phenomenal, I want you to feel phenomenal +1. It could just feel a little bit better. If you need to work out a little bit, do that. If you need to stretch, do that. If you need to breathe a little different, do that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. It's gone. Take it in. Experience the day. Be grateful. You're alive. You have life. You have the joy of living right now. You have the joy of creating right now. You have the joy that you can do what you want. You don't go to work right now because you have to go to work. You go to work because you choose to go to work because you like enjoying the lifestyle it gives you. You don't have to do anything. You choose to do things. But maybe we say we have to do because we're like, oh, well, what if I don't do it? If I don't do it, then this happens. Okay, then that's cause and effect. That means I choose to go to work because if I don't want the results that may happen. But let's say if you want to work for you, and I'm talking about anything. The work is not just talking about a job. The work is not just talking about something for income. The work is who are you becoming? Who are you becoming in the process of what you're doing? And if you don't like who you're becoming, stop it and change it. And do something that you feel like is going to bring you fulfillment. Your gift will make room for you. You may not always be able to monetize your gift, but you can't monetize fulfillment. That is priceless. That is something that money can't buy. Money can't buy those emotions, that feeling that you get of accomplishment, that feeling of gratitude that you have, or helping somebody else out. That is priceless. And that truly is part of just your best life. Just things like that. So, today, stop settling. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful day. I love you as always. Let's take life to the next level.